minutes and introduce you to Rabbi Bluming from the Jewish community. Rabbi, I'm going to let him tell his story for a brief moment, but Rabbi has a good news story and he wants to recognize one of us for the good work that we did, or for that officer did. And so, Rabbi, I turn it over to you for a couple minutes.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I got to say, I am honored to be in the presence of such special people that stand to protect and to serve this wonderful island and the wonderful country. Such diversity. It's okay. They hear me. There you go. A country of such diversity and such warmth and openness and respect to all people. As Commissioner Knowles mentioned, I am Rabbi Bluming, the director of the Community here on the island. And I want to begin by thanking Commissioner Knowles for her kindness and extending such a warm invitation to me. She could have just brought me to an empty conference room with 2 people, but instead she brought me in front of all of you. So thank you. I'm honored to be here. And I thank you for your incredible work for this country and for all of people here. We go to sleep at night feeling safe because of people like you. So thank you. And I bless you that God should continue to give you the power and blessing you need. And to all of you, being in the police force is those that stand to be the angels for others, to be there in times of need of others. Obviously, police are there to help crime and to, avoid that from happening, but also in the moments of difficulties and moments of challenges. It's people turn to the police force. They turn to those in power to help them get through difficult moments. So I wanted to share a little good news story with all of you, and that is that, thank God, my wife was expecting our 4th child. We have twin boys at home that are 4 years old and a 2.5-year-old. And I guess it was getting quiet in the house. But I was like, let's have another baby. Never a quiet moment. But anyway, so thank God my wife was at the end of her pregnancy, and we were going to be having our 4th baby. It was December 31st, right before the New Year. It was a Tuesday evening, I believe, right? Tuesday evening, right before the New Year. And I'm getting into bed because at my age and with 4 little kids, I'm not staying up for no fireworks. But it's 11 o'clock and at 10:40 at night, and my wife turns to me and says, I got to go to the hospital. I feel it's coming. I got to go to the hospital. I say, sure. We pack up a bag quickly. We jump into the car. I start driving. It's December 31st. We all know what happens. I live in Cable Beach. Going downtown on December 31st, what happens? All the roads are closed. And I'm like, honey, this is not the right time to have a baby. Can we choose a different day? But she wasn't going to have it. The baby wasn't going to hear that. And there we are, right at downtown on, what's that called? Right by the Marriott, that street up there, going up Nassau Street. There you go, Nassau Street. The roads are fully closed. And at this point, my wife's in tremendous pain. And I got to get to the hospital, the doctor's hospital downtown. So you got to get there. And I ain't no doctor. So I'm the last person that can help her in anything. So I'm like, we got to get there. But it's all closed. There's nothing to do. And the wonderful cops, officers that are there directing people to go all the way around. But of course, going around would take a tremendous amount of time. And who knows when we would get there. And I figured that we got to get there quicker. So I jumped out of my car and I see an officer standing at his vehicle. And I turn to him, I say, buddy, I need your help. We got to get to the hospital, please. And he says to me, sure. Just out of nowhere. He says, sure, I'll take you. And he turns on his sirens. I go right behind him. They open up all the gates and the cones and all that. And we drive. Within 3 minutes, we're at doctor's hospital. I say, thank you. Something got into my mind. Like, I got to get your number to tell you thank you tomorrow when everything hopefully works out. I jot down his number. I get inside to the hospital. I call my wonderful doctor, my wife's doctor. I say, buddy, we got to start. Where are you? He says, Rabbi, I live in Cable Beach in Sandyport. There's no way I'm getting there. So maybe you want to start learning that. I can, over the phone, I can show you how to deliver a baby, but it'll take me 50 minutes to get there. I said, no, it won't. I called my wonderful officer that thankfully I had written down his phone number. And I said, sir, I need your help. In Sandyport is my doctor. I need you to find him. Without blinking an eye, this man says, sure. I'm on my way there now. I hear his sirens go. He's driving towards Sandyport. He picks up the doctor. He brings him back to the hospital. 6 minutes later, a healthy baby girl is born. Thank you. And I become the lucky dad once again. And At that moment, I realized that in life, greatness is not found in massive moments. It's not always found in the papers. It's not always found on the front page of CNN or of any news station in the world. It's found in individual moments of making a difference, of being there for our community. You know, that officer who I'm so excited today to hopefully, we're going to present him an award, but to give him recognition, Mr. David Lockhart. Let's give him a round of applause. Please rise. Please rise. Thank you. Oh, here we are. We are honored to present to you our greatest appreciation. We hereby honor Chief Superintendent David Lockhart, your fast-thinking, swift, and professional action saved a life. Because my friends, if at that moment he would have said, let me call somebody else, or I really got to be somewhere else, or I don't know if this is protocol, or whatever it might be, if he didn't take quick action, who knows what would have happened to that baby? Just a little side note, many babies are born with a cord around their neck. It's okay. It's a normal thing that happens, but it needs to be delivered right away. Our baby had a cord around her neck. And thankfully, the doctor was able to be there to deliver the baby. And that's why she's a beautiful kid that sleeps just a little bit. That gives her dad much joy. Your fast-thinking, swift, and professional action saved a life. You are a true hero, and we appreciate you going above and beyond while serving in the Royal Bahamas Police Force. A line from the Talmud: he who saves one life saves the world entire.